Now we get to weapon down this minion. So that's good. Oh, never mind. We get to start armoring up. Ooh, we definitely play an Acolyte into that, right? Eat one of those weapon charges. Hey, Biggie Smalls, am I on NA? Yes, I am on NA servers. We are only on the NA servers. I remember when back around the Goblins vs. Gnomes expansion, when I was like, ooh, let me also get those free packs on my EU account. And then I was like, wait a second, I'm like rank 15 player at the time. Slightly improved now. Although I'm sure some people would argue not by much. What just happened? It's just a weird looking turn of events, that's all. I think we can just continue to hero power. Oh, Dango, stuck at rank 1 with a big spell mage. Auto lose versus quest mage. That does a stink. We get rid of this and we gain our 4 health back. The issue is we're taking a lot of damage. In the process, we're taking 8 from the 3 mana. Okay, so like I was saying, we're definitely never going to be stopping, well not necessarily never, but not going to be stopping Hearthstone anytime soon. But lots of people have been asking, like, what other games do you play? Play other games. Oh my goodness, how much Huffer does our opponent really need? And, I definitely... Uh-oh. Oh wait, this could just be like a freezing. Oh, it's not. Anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, I think we're probably gonna start doing a little bit of Fortnite. People have been asking about it. I still need headphones, but then once that's going, I think we're gonna start doing like an FPS Friday style thing. Yeah, we're gonna start sprinkling that in between the old Hearthstone. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then I guess we can just do that. Reckless Flurry, nice and board clear. Biggie Small, what are you saying? Trammel, you're running even pally and stuck with everything. Why not sprinkle in WoW too? Memes, I do not have time to be thinking about sprinkling in WoW. If I were to start sprinkling in WoW, oh, no. Like, I don't know that I'd be able to play WoW, like, in any sort of real casual sense. Like, I'd want to raid, I'd want to be doing intense PvP. To be honest, I'd rather PvP than intense raid. But, yeah, I just wouldn't be able to do it casually and feel, like, satisfied. Like, I feel like I'm getting enough out of my gaming time. You know what I mean? There we go. Phantom Militia. Yeah. Another Hunter's Mark. Is that another Hunter's Mark or the first one now? I'm kind of losing track. Quest Rogue is near tier 0 status. The only bad matchup it has is Ultra Aggro, like Aggro Mage. Ooh. A bunch of wolves. And now... this is gonna stink though, because, I mean, we're gonna do this, obviously. But then the issue is we're not gonna have as much going. We could have attacked probably into a Wandering Monster. We'll just go Militia into Militia here. Militia into Militia is gonna be pretty good. I'm the WoW expert, aren't I? Memes, I don't know if I'm necessarily what I would argue as a WoW expert, but there's a lot of history between WoW and I, so yeah, I just wouldn't feel, yeah, I can't do it casually. I would need to somehow have full-time gaming capabilities in my life, which I don't have, so yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to fill the board with Taunters. And we're also going to hero power this turn. Knowing full well that, yeah, this is probably explosive. We're going to hero power a few more times before we attack it. But Dango, actually, it's kind of interesting how we talk about how we talk about like Quest Rogue being ridiculously tiered right now. Because, oh, this is obviously comboing very nicely. With their explosive trap. Because the issue is, as I burp into the microphone, like, is Quest Rogue something that we expect to get looked at with the upcoming balance changes? Like, I imagine, you know, we can put our trust in the Hearthstone team. Explosives and a wandering monster, or no? Do we need to remove that weapon? I want armor. I'm gonna also attack. Just because we have so many weapons right now. And I kind of want to empty my hand a little bit. And then if Quest Rogue is going to be... Uh-oh. Stealth, poisonous... That's pretty gross. It's actually really good. We can almost switch to Sulfuras now, can't we? Can we switch to Sulfuras now? We have some decently sized minions still in our deck to come, right? That's one of them. Freezing, that's actually completely fine. Are they all that expensive or no? Doesn't even matter then. Okay, so we'll have these minions. We obviously didn't want to develop anything bigger. I don't know that I want to draw too much faster right now either. This is actually getting kind of interesting. Okay, but wait, I do have one question though. I do have a question though, because like, suppose that I do start doing like a little bit of Fortnite stuff. Assuming people don't just completely hate it, how much of an impact or effect do you think that's gonna have? That's interesting to get the extra lifesteal, but we still get rid of it. Like, oh, what's going on here? Like, how much do you think there's gonna be? I want to do this. I think we can do this. I feel comfortable doing this as well. The best way to beat Quest Rogue is to play Quest Rogue? Ugh. Or aggro mage? Yeah. But wait, Dango, in most tournaments, aren't you able to kind of like set up your lineup specifically in order to beat certain matchups? Like you're able to then set up, you know, where you'll ban, where you'll just ban Warlock if you set up your lineup in a certain way, or you can just ban Warlock like I would ban Warlock with the decks that I like. Wow, that's a little scary. That's a little very scary. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to OTK our opponent right now. No, I understand, Dango. On ladder, there... Oh, yeah, I understand. You know what, though? Okay, wait. I've actually talked about this before, and no one ever likes it. I think it's the best idea for ladder, and maybe they should try it out or something, or... But I've talked about this idea of having a ban on ladder in the sense that you can ban a card, so that you'll never play against an opponent who will have that card. So you know when the wheel is spinning and you're getting ready to queue up into someone, like suppose you never wanted to play against a Jade Idol deck, Jade Idol Druid, You just put Jade Idol as your banned card. And so if you were to queue into a deck that would have that card, like the wheel would just continue spinning until you found someone else. And I understand the argument of like, well, that makes it too easy to target. But I think that also could eliminate some of the unfair feelings that sometimes people have with Hearthstone. Should I have gone face and developed this? Because this is almost certainly explosive, right? Yeah, we'll do this now. Let's go. Let's go. So we'll trade something off, then we'll pop the explosive, and then I think we'll be okay. But Life Questioner, I think that's okay though. Like I think I would be willing, like especially in the days of. But that's what I mean though. If you could just ban like the quest, right? You only ban one card, so that means like you could still run into rogues, right? You're not banning rogue. It's just any rogue decks that happen to run that one card. But then what this would mean is then everyone who's playing that deck is probably going to be like playing themselves effectively. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? So then you're only going to be in a pool of people who aren't playing that deck, which would then make your experience potentially better. And like more, like make it feel like you have more control over your kind of, your matchups. Whereas like, you know, I would always, you know, basically I always target aggro decks, right? Like we know this. This is not any sort of surprise, right? Let's do this first. That's pretty good. Do we want 2 or do we actually want 3 of these? Can we Jonesy now, or has our opponent only played these weapons? I think we'll go with the militias. I don't know. I just feel like this ladder banning idea is it's the most tournament-like and gives you the most control over like 1v1s. Yeah, life. It's another idea for no, but I mean like Blizzard would still have to be on top of what happens if I silence this? Nothing, right? It just loses the taunt. Thank you. Do we want more of these, or do we want a big old taunter? I think we want more of these, so that we can try and really win from fatigue. And the thing is, like, Blizzard could still, like, balance the cards, and I think they still should. But, like, you know, they've talked extensively why they don't do it often, and, like, I think I understand. Queuing with 2 decks and banning 1 class is easier. I think that's way more complicated for people, Dango. Because, like, Hearthstone's always talking about, like the ease of use. I think that's way more complicated. Like, I think if you just ban 1 card, everyone's easy. It's easy enough for everyone to understand. I think there do become issues where it's like, well, I banned Fireball. You know, there's going to be very few decks then that aren't running, like, I guess we'll do this. You know what I mean? There's very few mage decks that aren't also running. This kind of stinks. That's fine. Now we have to attack this. I'm gonna develop this now. Will we want the armor now? Yeah, sure. I'll take the armor now, even though we shouldn't have, because we have shield. We still have shield slams. No. Yeah, I totally agree. I never liked the idea of banning an entire class, but that was like my idea. I thought of this back when. Yeah, so my idea came back when Jade Idol was so rampant, where it's like, I don't want to ban all druids, right? Like, I still want to see some druids. I want to see a ramp druid. I want to see a whatever druid. But I just don't think it's, yeah, it's definitely just not as fun. Ooh. Ooh! That is poisonous. That stinks. Oh, it's a 3. Doesn't matter. Perfect. There we go. Now we're stabilizing. Now we're stabilizing. So wait, Dango, what's your idea, though? You queue with 2 decks, and then you see your opponent's 2 decks? Is that what you're saying? And then you ban one of them? Is that what you're saying? Do they have to be different... Wait, do these 2 decks... Now, I'm curious, though. Like, do these 2 decks have to be different classes? So you would see your opponent playing, like, Paladin and Rogue, and then you would just assume that the Rogue is Quest Rogue, and then just ban them, you know, on principle? Is that what you're saying? I mean, that's kind of cool. It's kind of a cool concept. I think it definitely makes it much more involved and much more complicated for people, but I like it. Let's do... 11. Obviously, we can get lethal here, and I understand that. But I'm a little bit more afraid. So I'm just going to take the safe play. I'll take the safe play where we can just roll the win next turn anyways. Right. Okay, Dango. Yeah, that is what you meant. So everyone queues with 2 classes. Like, obviously, 2 separate decks, which are then both of different classes. And then you see your opponent's classes. Like, you see their decks, but effectively all you know about them are their classes. And then you ban one of the classes. That's a very cool concept. I think that's definitely going to be more complicated for new players to understand, though. It's a very cool concept, though. Oh, wow, they actually keep 1 minion out. So this gives us a 50-50 if we don't draw. Oh, if we kept the armor, we would have been fine. That's okay. We can just win right now. No, maybe not. Okay, well, we'll do this then, I guess. We can do this and then mill ourselves. Or if we survive a couple turns. Yeah, we would have won if we didn't play that Ironhide earlier, actually. So there's that to know. There is that to be conscious of the fact that we cost ourselves a win here on turn 47, and instead we have to win now on turn 48. So that's good to know. Flanking strike, 50-50. Let's go. Ooh, that's a little bit of fatigue. Oh, this needs to happen, right? Is that a win? There we go. Easy, easy, easy. That was actually a good win. I like that win. I think we're going to switch and go do Hagatha now.